stood up, I passed out standing up, and I smashed my head against the shower wall. I was lying there for a good, like with my eyes like kind of closed. Like I was passed out for 30 minutes, and then I woke up and I touched the back of my head and I looked at my hand and it was red. And that's when I knew like, okay, I'm seriously injured. Story time on how I got Bali Belly, a concussion, and stitches pretty much in the span of all like 2 days. And the concussion was caused by the Bali Belly, but I'll get into that. So it all started with Saturday, whatever day that was, you know, second Saturday, first Saturday of September, right? So we've only been in Bali for not even a full 2 weeks. The day I'm filming this is day number 14 in Bali. So we were eating at the famous Copenhagen Cafe, right? That food was probably fine. Then we went out to get Vietnamese food in the evening. What I think that caused Bali Belly is just me putting all like the spice on top. But at the same time, it could have been just me opening my mouth in the pool outside, which is just behind the camera, I'm looking at it right now, or maybe me just opening my mouth in the shower. Like that little exposure to the water in belly will get you. So Saturday is my guess that when I got it, but maybe it was before, who knows. Sunday I woke up, I had a bunch of calls with clients and potential clients and whatnot, and I felt sick to my stomach. I felt so bad. And then I felt like I was gonna throw up, but I didn't know what it was yet. And I was just hoping, okay, it can't be that serious. So I pushed myself to go film content at our gym, Obsidian Gym, such a nice gym. And I almost threw up like on the bike ride there, mid-session, like mid-content clips. And I went home and that's when I knew I was going through something. We got lunch, we got dinner that day, and I was so out of it. I was completely tired. And that was the same with Monday. All of Sunday and Monday, every couple hours. Number one, after I ate, I threw it all up. I've probably had like no calories that day. No calories on Monday was worse. But I also went number three, like probably 10 times each day. And it should have been, I shouldn't have let this go on Monday as well. Once this happened on Sunday a couple times, I should have just gone straight to the hospital or clinic and gotten IV, but I didn't. I don't know why. I thought it would go away, but it did not. So then Monday, I was so fried. I was so exhausted, so tired. And then on Monday night, like I was sleeping in this bed, and then I was using the washroom, going number three, every couple hours in the middle of the night. Then at 5 a.m., it was more like 4 a.m. on, I guess this is now Tuesday morning, I went to use the washroom. I did it, and then I literally stood up to like clean up. And since I had no hydration, I had no water in my entire system. All I drank on Monday was like this much water. That's all I drank, because everything I drank, I just threw up. So I was like, okay, drinking is not the method, even though it definitely was, but I just couldn't retain any fluids. I was dehydrated. And because I was so dehydrated at 4:30 in the morning and exhausted, I stood up, I passed out standing up, and I smashed my head against the shower wall, right? And I was lying there for a good, like with my eyes like kind of closed, like I was passed out for 30 minutes. And then I woke up and I touched the back of my head and I looked at my hand and it was red. And that's when I knew like, okay, I'm seriously injured. I was lying there, right? And I was wondering there's no way that this is real. It felt like I was in a dream, because there was no way that I was in such a terrible critical condition in Bali when we were supposed to be having our best life. Because just a couple days before, we were having our absolute best life. I woke up after lying on the ground in the shower for like 30 minutes unconscious. I woke up, realized like I was in an absolute mess. I was not clean. So I got up and I showered. I woke up to get Evan. I was just like, cause it's literally the next door room. And I was like, yo, Evan, like I think that we should go to the hospital. Like I hit my head. And he was like, what the heck's going on? So I told him that I passed out and hit my head. And then he called the ambulance. Before that, like he gave me some liquid IV electrolytes. I took half a sip. I immediately threw that up in the washroom, right? Then we went to the hospital by ambulance. Like the people carried me out. I couldn't even walk on my own, barely. Went to the hospital. And then they gave me 3 things of IV, like those IV bags. 3 of those things and I absorbed 100% of them. I took that all because I had no water in my system at all. Also at the hospital, which I was awake for, I had a 4 centimeter hole at the back of my head, which you can see right now with the bandage, because I fell on my head. That's probably what gave me the concussion as well. I've been exhausted ever since. Today is, yeah, so that was that. We went to the hospital, we got the stitches, got the IV, kind of fixed us up, gave us some chicken noodle soup. Then we went back home, ambulance drove us home, chilled for a little bit, and then ate a little bit. And ever since Tuesday, now it's Thursday, I've had basically no appetite. I can't even finish a full meal, which is unlike me. I cannot walk for more than like 10 minutes. Very unlike me. I sleep every 2 hours for an hour. So basically all I do is sleep nowadays. And I'm doing my best to get my fluids down. I'm on prescription medicine, Tylenol, all that stuff. And today, Thursday, I'm doing better than I was yesterday. Still waking up multiple times in the night, but definitely getting better. And I believe that I'm still concussed because my head is still hurting and it's still exhausting. So I can't even look at my phone. I'm just staring at the back camera. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're healing up, doing our best to get fluids in, doing our best to eat when we can, calling my family, saying, yo, I'm okay. Telling my clients like I'm gonna be out of commission for a couple days, not on the stories of Instagram, I still scheduled my posts like a couple days ago, so I was fine. And just doing my best to recover. So hopefully by Friday, I'm clear to look at screens again. It still hurts to look at a screen, but hopefully I can get back to not even full work, but just like, you know, just get back to my clients a little more, kind of say what's good, edit this. And yeah, so that's my story of how I got Bali Belly, probably food or water. Then I fell, got a concussion, and then how I got stitches at the hospital. And that was 2 days ago. And now I'm kind of paranoid to eat some stuff, but I'm still ordering food and stuff. So that's Bali life. Apart from that though, we were living the best life. We were going to the beach for sunset, eating great food, getting lots of work done, signing clients, changing lives, getting shredded. Like it was peak life. And then, so yeah, literally went from 100% to rock bottom. And now we're gonna build up again, get back to 110% slowly. Like I'm not gonna let this define my trip. It's only like the second week out of 24 weeks. We're gonna push through. We're gonna make sure this trip is like still the best regardless. If you are healthy right now and you have no problems, like no concussion, no sickness, no flu, whatever, like take every single second of that for granted. Because all I wish I could do is right now, go outside for a walk for more than 10 minutes, look at the sunlight, eat some meals, and just not feel like I have to sleep. All I wish is that I had my health and that I was fully healthy again. So if that's where you're at right now, take that for granted. Can't wait to be healthy again. So that's the update, and we'll be getting back to it over the next couple of days. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Peace. See y'all in the next one.